Well, what's going on, guys? Devin here with Backcountry Exposure. We're going to take a look at the Nitecore LR10 mini lantern right now. So I'm out backpacking here in southern Utah and just have the LR10 up on a trekking pole to give us some light around kind of our campsite here. It's on its highest setting right now, and to be honest, I don't remember the lumens. We'll get into that in a minute. But this thing is pretty fantastic. I mean, you can see how much light it's putting off. So we're just out for another weekend, camping with the in-laws this time. We're gonna look a little bit closer at the LR10 from Nitecore. This is looking at the 8 lumens on the low setting. Pretty hard to see our castle of camping in here. So we're going to crank this up. That's your 65 lumens on your medium mode. Give you an idea of what that looks like. And we'll crank this up to the full 250 lumens. So you can see how much awesome light comes off of that. This is our castle of car camping with our kids. Not bad at all. Pretty impressive, if you ask me. All right, guys, let's go ahead and dive into some of the technical specs and features of this LR10 little camping lantern from Nitecore. Now that you've seen it in use out camping and out backpacking, out with the family and such. This thing comes in at just over 2 ounces. And comparatively, if we compare to other lanterns that are available on the market, this is a much older option. This is the Black Diamond Orbit. But something that is popular and available on the market is this Goal Zero Lighthouse Micro. And this is 2.4 ounces, 150 lumens. And I have to say, of these 3 lanterns, the LR10 is easily my favorite. And just from using it, getting a lot of time with it over the past several weeks, this thing with its 9 LEDs and 250 lumens of output and kind of this like frosted plastic globe around those LEDs really accomplishes a lot of light and a lot of usable light, and something that's really effective for a really lightweight, in my opinion, for what this thing accomplishes. Now, people are going to argue you don't really need a lantern backpacking, your headlamp is enough, or a small flashlight, and I tend to disagree at times. It's nice when you've got something that is so light like this. I mean, 2 ounces, 2.04 I think is the total weight, and the 250 lumens and the amount of light that comes off of it. I mean, you saw with it there on the trekking pole how awesome that was, and we use this in that type of application to be able to have more usable light when we're out like cooking at night after we get camp set up a little bit later than we would like. So it's really a beneficial product. Thing about it too is it's made really well, but one thing that I got kind of really frustrated with is the fact that here on the charger section, this mini USB, the little rubber piece right here that protects the USB port, the micro USB port here, just totally ripped off. And that is probably the only thing about this light that really I don't like. Don't have really any negatives to say about this. If I did, it would be that this little loop that you can use to hang from your tent or from a trekking pole or whatever you need to attach a carabiner to it, tie some cordage around it. It does come off pretty easy. It's not super solid, but again, it's such a small, lightweight piece of equipment that there really is not an issue, something to not get super concerned about. But if I push and hold, it's going to open up into the lantern settings, and this is your low setting at 8 lumens. Push the button again, 65 lumens. Push the button again, 250 lumens. Push and hold to turn it off. If I triple click, it's going to go into a caution mode. Then if I click again, it will go into a beacon mode. And then you've got an SOS. So pretty cool to have like the various different options on there. But to be honest, guys, what I'm really going to use this for is just the lantern mode. So here on the low setting, 8 lumens, this is going to last for about 38 hours. And then click again, your 65 lumens, your medium mode is going to be about 5 hours, and then an hour on your high setting at that 250 lumens, which is a way more amount of light than you really need. So the 8 lumens is great for just getting work done in the tent. Especially you saw in that 6-man tent with my wife and kids that it put off plenty of light and was more than necessary. And that 250 lumens is really only needed when you need an excessive amount of light. So it's nice to be able to have something reliable that's going to last a long time out in the field and not really have to worry about charging it for that period of time. So one other thing to point out about this light before we finish up is the fact that the base of this does have a magnet inside of it. So it is magnetic. It is going to stick to anything that way, which is a nice benefit when you're not using this necessarily in a camping setting. Or if you are camping and you need some light outside of like the rear hatch of your car, for example, being able to put that right on the hatch of your car, like your SUV or something, is a really nice feature. So that's an awesome benefit to this. And I really think that compared to these other options that you see here and all of the other lanterns that are available on the market, this LR10 from Nitecore really is one of the better products as far as a camping lantern is concerned, in my opinion. Just really happy with it. It almost looks like a mini stick of deodorant, if you ask me, but probably not the most popular option because Nitecore is not necessarily viewed as a outdoor brand. They are a flashlight company, obviously, but this is something that's definitely worth checking out. So with that, guys, get down in the description, check out the link for where you can purchase the LR10, find out some more information on it. As always, guys, thank you for watching. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Hope you guys have an awesome day.